No one noticed the dragon at first. That was the strange part in a city of steel towers and glowing rails. A dragon should have drawn screams. It should have stopped traffic. It should have brought security, drones, and emergency alerts. Instead, it rode the tram dot every morning at exactly 7th bell. The city tram slid along track Blue 4. It connected the lower residential arc to the central medical district. Office workers filled the cars, nurses, mechanics, delivery drivers, students with tired eyes and warm drinks, and sitting on the third bench from the rear was a dragon, HATCHLING, small, no larger than a house, scales the color of polished amber, wings folded tight and careful, a tail curled around its feet like it had practiced being small. At first people assumed it was a pet. The city allowed exotic companions, bioengineered felines, micro-griffins, decorative serpents that glowed when happy. A dragon was unusual, but not impossible. But no leash guided it, no. Owner followed behind. The hatchling boarded alone. It waited patiently at the platform. It stepped inside only after passengers cleared. It chose the same seat every time. It never made noise. It simply rode. Day after day, the conductor noticed. First, his name was Elias Marr. He had worked the tram for 22 years. He knew every rattle in the rail, every delay pattern, every face that boarded twice a week or more. On the 12th day, he leaned from his booth and watched the hatchling hop onto the tram. It tapped its claws twice on the floor. A habit. It looked up at him, golden eyes, bright, intelligent. Elias felt a chill. Not fear, recognition. That look was not animal. That look was choice. The hatchling rode 6 stops. It exited at the medical district. It did not wander. It walked straight across the platform and vanished into the city flow. Elias checked the passenger manifest. No registered dragon companion, no guardian ID, no exemption tag. That night, he filed a report. No one responded. The city had bigger problems. Trade disputes, border tensions, resource rationing. A small dragon riding a tram did not register. The hatchling returned the next day, and the next by the 3rd week. Others noticed. A child waved at it. The dragon waved back with one claw. A tired nurse dropped her transit card. The dragon nudged it toward her with its nose. A security officer tried to scan it. The scanner returned blank. No biosignature match. The dragon tilted its head, curious, patient. Then one morning, something changed. The hatchling boarded the tram carrying something. A cloth pouch hung round its neck, carefully tied. Worn. Elias watched through the mirror. The dragon clutched the pouch like it mattered more than its wings. At the medical district, instead of exiting, it remained seated. The doors chimed, closed, the tram moved. Elias frowned. That was not normal. The hatchling rode past its usual stop, past 3 more at stop 11. It finally stood. It walked to the front of the car. It looked up at Elias. Then it spoke. Its voice was soft, clear, young. Today is late. The tram went silent. Elias felt his hands tighten on the controls. You can talk, he said. The dragon nodded. I learned from listening. Passengers stared. Someone dropped a cup. Why are you riding my tram? Elias asked. The dragon held up the pouch. I must. Arrive. Arrive where? The dragon pointed. toward the medical district behind them. Before the pain grows, Elias swallowed. What pain? The dragon hesitated. Then it opened the pouch. Inside lay a small medical bracelet. Human issued, old, scratched. A name flickered on its surface. Mara Vance. Elias knew that name. Everyone did. Mara Vance was a war survivor, a frontline medic during the first contact collapse. She had stayed behind during evacuation to tend the wounded of 3 species. She never left the field by the time extraction returned. She was gone, declared lost. Elias looked at the dragon. Where did you get that? The hatchling's wings trembled. She saved me. The tram slowed. Elias pulled to the side rail. Passengers leaned forward. No one spoke. The dragon continued. I was in an egg, broken, cold. She wrapped me in her coat. She fed me heat from a failing generator. She sang even when she could not stand. The dragon's voice cracked. They came back for her too late. Elias felt something break in his chest. What does this have to do with the tram? The dragon looked down. She is still alive. Gasps filled the car. She lives in the long sleep ward. Her mind fades. The pain grows when I am not there. Elias shook his head. Dragons are not allowed in medical zones. I know, the hatchling said. That is why I ride alone. I learned your schedules. I learned the quiet hours. I learned to be small. A nurse stood. Tears in her eyes. You visit her every day. Yes, why? The dragon looked up. Because she called me Little Flame. Because she chose me when she had nothing. Because humans do not abandon. The tram was silent. Elias opened the channel. Control, he said. I am delaying route blue for... No reply came. Elias made a decision. He stood, opened the booth. He knelt before the dragon. I will take you, he said. The dragon's eyes widened. Will lose your job. Elias smiled. I have lived long enough. They rerouted the tram manually. Security alarms triggered. Drones appeared. Elias did not stop. The tram slid into the restricted medical platform. Guards rushed forward before they could act. The dragon leaped down. It ran. Elias ran after it. They burst into the long sleep ward. Machines hummed. Lights dimmed. At the far end lay a woman, pale, scarred, breathing shallow. The dragon climbed onto the bed. It pressed its forehead too. Hers warmth filled the room. Monitors spiked. Stabilized, Mara. Vance stirred. Her eyes opened. She smiled. Weakly, Little Flame, she whispered. The dragon cried. Real fire shimmered and vanished like sparks. Doctors froze. Scanners screamed. Life signs improved. Pain levels dropped. Neurological activity surged. One doctor whispered, it is resonance. Biothermal empathy. Another said it is bonding. Mara's hand moved. She touched the dragon's head. I knew you would. Come, she said. The dragon curled against her chest. I always come, it said. The city could not ignore it after that. The story spread. Feeds exploded. Footage leaked. A dragon riding public transit. To keep a human alive. Public pressure crushed regulation. The city council issued an exemption. Then a medal. Then a new program. Human dragon transit access. But the hatchling did not care, it still rode the tram, same seat, same time. Sometimes Elias drove, sometimes not, but every morning the dragon boarded because humans had shown it something important, that kindness did not require wings, that loyalty did not require scales, that family could be found on a battlefield or on a city tram, and that was why a beautiful little dragon hatchling rode the city tram. Daily. Not for convenience, not for safety, but because a human once chose it, and dragons never forget.